scared. I ain't scared. I ain't no Hank. I ain't ready to faint. I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pippenville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bout with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pippenville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bout with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pippenville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bout with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pippenville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bout with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pippenville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes.
My bad. I was trying to make a video. Hold on. That shit funny, boy. Yeesh. Alright, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me try to do this in a timely manner. Sheesh. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, that's like 30. Damn, bro, I can't do nothing with that shit. That's crazy. Hold on one. Alright, that shit sound funny. It's good enough. I ain't tripping. You dig? Hey. Alright. I'm not sure what we gonna do today. I think I'm gonna just chill for the most part. I don't know if I'm gonna play too much Battlefield. I might get back on and play later on in like another, later on, whatever. But yeah, we here. Chilling. Oh yeah. Let me start doing this now. I forgot, huh? We going this thing. Alright, that's not it. That's not it. Hey, here we go. It's a little better, I think. Let's go like that. Alright. Alright, that's probably better, I don't know. I gotta check it later. I'm trying not to peek. That peaked a little bit. But you know what? Be alright. Yeah, let's one more time. Alright, hold on, my bad. Let's see. Let me do it one more time. Alright.
AKA Mac Top from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, AKA Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back, purse first, ass last.
Hey.
No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bout with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pittsville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back, purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bout with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pittsville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed.
Alright, here we go. Let's see here what these young ladies talking about nowadays. Hold on, actually let me get it like a second, unless y'all in a hurry to see this shit. Hold on, let me get these chats going and shit just in case. I'm over here. Ain't even got the chats up. Hold on. Alright, I got one. I got both now. And I'm about to go live on TikTok too. Just give me a second. I got a lot of shit going on. We might have to go back to ooh wee wee. You know what I'm saying? Alright, hold on. Just gotta edit this shit real quick. I'm gonna do it on my phone. There we go. We almost ready. I mean, we ready right now, shit. But I'm compartmentalizing shit. That nigga said compartmentalize. Chris Webber, you funny. Compartmentalize. Compartmentalize? Is that how you say it? Well, I know how to say it, but you know how like when you saying it wrong, then you start. Never mind. I'm just joking. Well, maybe not funny, but facetious. How about that? Yeah. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm almost done putting this thing together. Trying to get some attention, some views, the clout. I need the clout. Clout demon. I'm just joking. Ooh wee wee. Hold on, let me go get this other thing from over here real quick. They got porn on Twitter. Definitely. Alright, hold on. I might have a freestyle. Not funny. Ain't shit for free. Ain't getting to me. Hey. Hold on. Wait. Alright. Let's see what ooh wee wee got. I gotta make this video work.
To God. AKA Mac Top of Springdale Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah. Hold.
AKA Mac Top. God.
Tell God. Yeah. Your boy. Hold on.
I ain't ready.
Ain't ready to faint. Hold on.
I ain't ready to faint. I ain't gonna be too.
Tell God.
To God.
Tell God. Hold on. I'm about to remix this nigga voice too. Hold on. Not right now though. God. Alright. Almost done. Hey. That shit keep wanting to do that for, bro. For real though. Hey. Alright. Where the hoes at, man? Somebody said chicas bonitas. Hey, hold on. I'm about to set up this other stream. TikTok real quick. 15 minutes in. We ain't did shit yet. That's crazy. There we go. Sheesh. Instagram be going crazy. All these apps low key. I got a lot of responsibilities and shit now, but it's crazy because it feels the same as before. These are jokes, memes, I guess. Sheesh. I like that. Hey, it's like Dante's Inferno or something. $17.89. When is this shit playing it? 1841. That's crazy. Rembrandt. Who did it? Look at that painting. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Playing with my eyes, man. Look at that. Look at it. That's crazy. Perspective. Art. Alright, let's see if this shit is done. Hey. Let's go. Hold on, I'm about to make this little video real quick. Give me a second. Hey. I should have did that shit over there though, whatever. Actually, no, I'm streaming, so let me do this shit. I keep pressing the wrong button. Excuse me. My mistake. Alright. Motherfuckers like, man, we ain't come to see you pushing buttons on your phone. Luckily, ain't nobody here anyway, so I can take my time. Get this shit right. Ooh. There we go. I'm just trying to get the link so I can share it out to people that potentially may want to come through. Wee. That nigga's name is funny. Matter of fact, we're gonna hear that shit one more time. Fuck it. Fuck it. Do it live. This is my show. I do what I want. So, my bad. I get it.
Tom from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out. long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. Ugly bear with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man,
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator,
Put a pig
the
in a wig.
recuperator, and never the
Get her a
procrastinator.
gig.
They
You
say
dig?
I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pittsville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his
His
out,
out.
long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bear with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pittsville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just
We might
lost
just
my
play
weed,
this for 2
but I done
hours,
got
shit.
back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last. No
Yeah.
money, no
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah.
Romance without finance don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The
That
bitch
shit
could be a pig in a wig, a squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bear with no hair, long as
As
the
long as
bitch
she willing
is
to
willing
share.
to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pittsville, aka Mac Todd from Springdale and Hollywood Boulevard, aka Ooh Wee Wee from Tennessee. I just lost my weed, but I done got back to the right mental speed. It's back purse first, ass last.
Yeah.
No money, no honey. Romance without finance don't stand a chance. I accept my hoes from 18 to 80. Blind, cripple, or crazy, long as they ain't lazy. The bitch could be a pig in a wig, a
Hey.
squirrel with a jerry curl, a is ugly biz out with
Yeah.
Nizzo his out, long as she's willing to shiz out. Now let me say that again like I said it then. A ugly bear with no hair, long as the bitch is willing to share. Man, I'm talking about, I'm the inspirator, the rejuvenator, the recuperator, and never the procrastinator. They say I was dead, I ain't scared, I ain't no Hank, I ain't ready to faint, I ain't gonna be through until God. Pippin Todd from Pittsville, aka
Oh,
Mac
man.
Todd from Springdale.
All right, here,
Hollywood
let's see what the
Boulevard,
girls got to
aka
say.
Ooh
Restraint. And I think that you probably grew up with restraint. I think that, your parents probably were like, men and women are different and you need to respect women and you need to make sure that your sexual desires, or maybe you didn't have this talk explicitly, but you at least knew in yourself that you needed to control those urges because you are bigger and stronger than women and you need to be respectful to them. So that's what I say when I say that men are animals and when I say that you are predisposed to certain behavior. I don't think that every man is a I think that certainly every man has the predisposition to
What?
possibly want
What?
to, but I don't
You're
think.
saying
Bro,
every
that's
man.
ridiculous.
That's
So
crazy.
you can't say that.
How is that ridiculous?
That's
You're saying every man
Every man-
feels like wants to do that?
No,
That's
I'm
is
saying
not
that
just-
they all have the predisposition. They all have male sexual aggression.
That's-
They all have testosterone.
that's incredibly a sexist statement to make. You're basically
How is that a sexist statement? So
crazy.
I think that I think that what we should be teaching men is restraint, and I think that you probably grew up with restraint. I think that your parents probably were like, men and women are different, and you need to respect women, and you need to make sure that your sexual desires, or maybe you didn't have this talk explicitly, but you at least knew in yourself that you needed to control those urges because you are bigger and stronger than women. And you need to be respectful to them. So that's what I say when I say that men are animals and when I say that you are predisposed to certain behavior. I don't think that every man is a I think that certainly every man has the predisposition to possibly want to but I don't
That's
think.
crazy.
You're saying
Bro,
every
that's
man.
ridiculous.
Also, you can't say that.
How is that ridiculous?
That's
You're saying every man
feels
like wants to do that?
No,
That's
I'm
not
saying that
completely
they all
true.
have the predisposition. They all have male sexual aggression.
That's-
They all have testosterone.
that's incredibly a sexist statement to make. By you're basically
How is that a sexist statement? We know that that is true. Most of who commits violent crime is male. Most of who commits sexual violent crime is male. This is ridiculous.
That's the apex fallacy. You're looking at people who commit crime is such a small percentage of men. You can't attribute to all men the actions of
Right.
some.
How are 80% of women sexually harassed or sexually assaulted? How is
I reject
one in
that
six?
statistic.
Okay, well you can reject whatever you want. What remains true and what is material reality is that men are more sexually aggressive,
How
and
y'all
one of the
doing?
reasons that we
What's
are
up?
different is male sexual aggression.
What do you mean by sexual aggression? I want to be very precise in the words we're using here. Precisely, what do you mean by
Right,
sexual
exactly.
aggression?
Sexual aggression.
What do
Testosterone predisposes you to
I don't disagree.
be aggressive.
Men have higher sex drives. I agree with you there. Men
yes, but they are more
desire
aggressive
sex.
in general.
Yes, sure. I don't disagree with you. Men are more aggressive because of
So what's the problem?
testosterone. Well, your statement was that all men have this potentiality to
They
be
do.
a.
Being a
That's-
man,
That's a
having
sexist
testosterone,
statement.
having testosterone coursing through your veins.
I have a different statement for you. Most men are good, decent men that would never do something like that. How
Right.
about that?
We'd all like to think that.
Yes, most men are not out there committing crime. It's an apex fallacy. You're looking at a small proportion of men.
I know
The
that
men who
most
are-
men are not. I'm saying that they have the propensity to.
The criminality.
That does not mean that
Hold
every
on.
man is doing it, but every man could.
Every man.
I think that
Sure, any man or woman could commit any number.
Great,
of
but men are
crimes.
more
She
likely to.
backtracking a little bit.
That is just true.
I think
Let me
referencing.
ask you a question. Would you make that same argument if we changed the conversation from sex to race?
What do you mean?
Is there a race that might be more likely to commit certain crimes?
Yes.
What?
You're treading
Now
a
she
little
about to be
dangerously there.
racist
No.
Sure,
now.
okay.
When we're
Well,
talking about
I want you to be intellectually and
funny.
logically
Wait,
consistent.
continue. Yeah, I want to hear more.
So
yeah,
go on.
Uh-oh.
go ahead. I talk about this all day. This is my job. If you're trying to get me to bite like a racist bullet, I'm not fucking afraid to talk about statistics.
Wait, I actually want to
about the
know.
black
Like, no
community.
shade.
I'm just saying-
I'm
well,
actually interested.
Look, okay. I want to get back to kind of what I was.
Right.
I feel like I
Right.
missed my place here a little bit. First off, most men are good men that would
Sure.
never commit such a heinous crime.
Sure.
But I do think it is a sexist statement to say that all men or most men have the
Sock
potential
check.
to do that.
My socks
When
ain't
I
that
look at a
high,
man, I don't see
but they are pretty high
the
up right
potential
now.
to be a criminal. When I see,
What
I
are
see
they, who?
You're a man,
positivity.
and you're
no,
a
but
man.
I see the good in men. I don't see the bad in men.
They're
Most men are
definitely not ankle socks.
wonderful people.
All right, so is this one next? Let's just watch what we missed the last couple days. Actually, it's funny. He says sock check. I like it. Yeah. I got. Yeah, they're up there to the calves. You know what I'm saying? That's funny.
Okay, we can talk about.
I got some Cortezes in the closet too. You know what I'm saying?
grievances. We can talk about oppression. Look, ultimately, my view is that, you know, women often say, "Oh, the wage gap. This. I have this grievance over here, grievance over there. I can't mansplaining, manspreading, whatever."
Yeah.
All of women's collective grievances are overshadowed by one sole grievance of men, and
Uh-oh.
that is forced military conscription.
Sure.
So,
Well, I don't think that forced military conscription was the.
well, warfare has been, let's say, forced upon the vast majority of men. I suppose there are some volunteers.
Sure.
Also, however, you
Right.
can make the argument that society sort of created this glory around warfare. And, you know,
Honor.
back in the 1800s, back in World War I, there weren't like, people weren't really tuned in to like, they didn't have TV and like reenactments and VFX to
It was
really
tricked.
recreate the brutality of war. They didn't have Saving Private Ryan. They didn't have
Damn.
All Quiet on the Western Front. World War I and World War II were the most brutal, especially World War I with the trench warfare is absolutely brutal.
Yeesh.
I'm aware.
And so that
They all
sole
looking at her.
grievance of that,
That's
that
funny.
was exclusive to men, warfare, throughout all of human history. Men were tasked, let's say, it's not even tasked, men were forced to go and fight and die horrible deaths and come back maimed and come back injured and have post-traumatic stress disorder. This sole grievance of men, and there are many grievances men do have, this sole grievance outshadows
Brian, this was also during a time where we thought that men should lead. Men should be the breadwinner, the household
She said we
owner.
thought.
They should be the strong man. Masculinity was valued. Femininity was spit on during this time.
That's not
so
true.
yes, there are
That
trade-offs.
is not true.
Yes, there are trade-offs.
Femininity was not spit on.
Yes, men valued wartime and they valued strength more than they valued
That's-
motherhood, and that has always been true.
That's an absurd
That has always
statement.
been true.
Men do
Okay.
not value
well,
war.
agree to disagree then.
Men do not
But
value
when
war.
when you give yourselves the baton, you have to wield it. You shit in your bed, and now you have to fucking lay in it.
What the heck was that supposed to mean? Jeez. I guess there was probably a point there, but I don't know. When she started talking about shitting in the bed, it reminded me of that other girl. Johnny Depp's wife. What's her name? I don't know, but she had some shit in the bed. Which one are we gonna look at? She got a couple ones that got heated, so let's see. Oh shit. Yeah, let's look at this one. Hold on.
A lot of even feminist liberal women
Mm-hmm.
will have an expectation of men to lead.
I know, and I
So-
think that that's diluted. I think that that's not feminism. I've seen videos
What is
where a woman will call herself a feminist, and then you ask her who should pay on the first date, and they say, "Well, him." That's not feminism. That's patriarchy.
Well, right, but
Well,
so
it's how
that
feminism is.
but that kind of goes
But
back
those
to my
are
whole
women
thing
who are
about equality.
misnomering themselves as feminists. That is not feminism.
Well, that's I mean, there's
not equity. That's
that's
not
a no
equality.
true Scotsman fallacy. I mean, well, that's
You
not,
are a
that's
little
not,
debater. What, did you take debate in high school?
doesn't matter. But no true Scotsman. I mean,
Doesn't matter.
basically, You're saying, well, that's not actually true feminism. But
Sure.
look,
That's also anecdotal.
sure. I mean,
That's not your shadow boxing is what you're doing. I don't think that. My form of feminism doesn't think that. I believe in gender abolition. I believe in gender equality.
I'm not sure what gender abolition is.
It means none of this fucking. It means there are two sexes.
Oh, okay.
Amen.
Are you
Is
a
it?
turf?
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to finish my point really quick on equality. So I was basically saying I don't believe it's for equality, feminism. My most generous definition of it is it's a woman's advocacy movement. I actually think it's a misandrous, man-hating movement that also happens to do.
It's a. You
Hold
speak
on.
like it's a monolith, and it's not.
It pretty much is.
No, it's not.
Because
Pretty much is.
Well, here's why. Okay, feminism is in every single. Feminism has seeped its claws into pretty much every single realm. The mainstream media, hold on. The mainstream media. Relax. The mainstream
She's
media,
rage quitting.
journalism, news organizations, academia, corporations, governments. It's all feminism. Every single university of every single higher education, whatever college, university in this country has either a feminist study, a gender studies, or women's studies program
Yep.
in this country. You know what they all teach? They all teach the patriarchy theory.
Sure.
It teaches that men as a class are oppressors and women as a class are oppressed. That if you teach a whole swath, whole generations of people,
Baby Yoda Air Jordan.
they are oppressed, and the other gender is to blame for that.
You're very anti-critical race theory, is what I'm hearing also.
Well, I suppose, but I don't really get into that in this podcast. But you often hear this term system or systematics,
Systemic.
right? I mean, I don't know of any greater system than the higher educational system in this country. And like
would
I
agree with
said,
you.
hold on, but every single, in fact, it's a graduation requirement for a lot of people to take some sort of
Man,
feminist
that's
study
crazy.
class, Feminism 101. And what they're taught in these classes, and the majority of people who go to college are women. It's like 60% women who go to college. Hold on,
Yes.
let me just finish. So
I'm gonna
you have, hold
throw
on.
up.
So
She said she
you
gonna
basically
throw
have
up.
women who are going to university, being indoctrinated in this man-hating ideology, which is feminism. It is a man-hating ideology, and many.
I
of
don't
the
think that's
early
feminism. I think women are
pioneers-
gaslighting each other into believing that that's feminism. I think that is
its
reactionary.
face.
I think that's reactionary feminism to years of abuse.
She got some sort of point, though.
mistreatment. I think that is not true feminism, and I believe that there is a vested interest in liberals trying to feed this to future generations. I think that that's capitalistic. I think that that's capitalism at work. Also, when we talk about the sexual
Makes
revolution,
sense.
it does not benefit women. That's not feminism. The sexual revolution only seeks to benefit a very small number of men, right? And that would be the hypergamous men. That would be the top 1% of men.
Right.
Women are not happy that way. That's not feminism. This is a bastardized version of feminism that has been taken from women and given to leftist men who have advantages in women being hypersexualized, promiscuous, you know, not treating their bodies like their bodies. Like that's not feminism. This is something else entirely. This is a bastardized version of this.
Well, again, no true Scotsman fallacy, but so look, and I want to finalize my whole thing as far as why I believe feminism is not about equality. Here's why: because if feminists will not fight for a component that's not the right word. Feminists will not fight for equality if said equality does not stand to benefit women.
Yeah.
So
It's equity. So I know. So
No,
there
but
are certain times when.
hold on, let me just finish my point really quick.
Go ahead.
Relax,
Jeez.
lady. Okay.
All right. That's what I say. Relax, lady.
If I'm trying to articulate this properly.
I know, right?
Feminists will not fight for equality if said equality does not reap a benefit to women. So, for example, military conscription.
This is what I was just going to talk about. We're
But-
talking about equity.
I'm not really familiar with this term equity.
What up,
like,
what
So
up?
equity is to each their own need, and it's taking
So,
into account that males
equality of
and
outcomes.
females are different, and so they need different things. So if we were to go with the basis that both of the sexes have equal dominion over the earth, but they are different things
you
are going to
believe that?
happen.
Do you
Yes, I believe that
we're
they have.
different.
Yes, I believe that we are different.
So couldn't it be argued then? I mean, you mentioned that there's a gap in terms of people who are at the top of politics and the top of corporations.
Sure.
Couldn't you argue that because of our differences, that pushes men to want to achieve?
I believe in a naturalistic patriarchy. So I think that patriarchy is naturally what we come to when there is a stronger, bigger sex, right? That's tribalism, that's Darwinism, that's evolution, right? The stronger, biggest of the group is going to want
Darwinism
dominion
is
over the smaller
racist.
group. But what I think that served a purpose in Neolithic times. I don't think now in the post-technological age, almost in the post-human age, that the patriarchy needs to be so well defined. Right? It made sense in the 50s or even before then. Even when we're talking about the 1800s, it made sense before you could do anything on the computer, make your money on the computer doing podcasts. Right now, you wouldn't hold up. You're not fucking muscular, 6'8", fucking hunting things with spears. That's what a man is, right?
What?
So these gender roles,
I disagree with that.
this
I disagree with
patriarchy
Obviously.
is unneeded, and women are actually evolutionarily also very well suited to powerful positions. We're very agreeable, we are very good at compromise, we're very good communicators, whereas men are
no.
unfortunately losing some value because a lot of it is brute force, right? Post-technologically,
I mean, I kind of reject a couple of your statements
Right,
there.
exactly.
which ones?
Well, I mean, you say that men, it's like brute force, we're only attuned to physical labor.
Well, we know that women are on average have higher IQs than men. We know that we're more agreeable.
Well,
we know that
that's-
we have better
that's
communication
not
skills.
true.
We're more emotionally adept. That is true.
No, women don't have higher IQs than men. I think it's actually
do.
equal.
No. So the distribution for men have high. The distribution is
No.
more is more oscillative.
Are you talking about greater male variability?
So there is greater
you
male
talking about that?
variability.
So-
but women are
no,
on
but
average
the average-
higher.
He's
IQ.
like, I'm on it. I'm
No,
on
the
it.
average is equal.
No.
Here's the difference, though. There's more. Here's the difference.
There's more variability with men.
Yeah, no. Here's the difference.
that.
Here's the difference with IQ. It's called the greater male variability. So you have
Yes.
you have a higher proportion of hyper intelligent, like
Women.
very high IQ men, but you also have
And men.
really dumb men. You have a much higher
Yes.
proportion of really dumb men.
Yes.
So, but the average is the
That's funny.
same.
no, the
Yes.
average. No, the female
average is the
average
same.
is
Oh,
higher.
they
The
don't
average
agree.
is the same.
The average.
Agree to disagree.
That's not true. I don't know how to argue. I don't know how to argue this. It's not what you're saying is not true.
There are more women. I would say that
There are more women with higher IQs than men, but there is greater variability
no,
in
but
men.
I'm talking about the average here. So at the middle,
Right.
I think you're right that there are more women in the middle that have higher IQs. However, if we're talking about genius level IQs,
Yes, but we're-
there are
that's not-
more men who are.
Yes, but who cares about those men?
Those are the men that are
That's what
going
she
to be
says, who cares?
really
That's their
shifting
argument.
things. I think. You don't think that we should cultivate genius?
Hey Brian,
What's up?
respectfully, is this a panel with you guys or with everybody?
Well, I mean, you guys are welcome to jump in if you want.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I got 8 comments asking to move on, so you know, just respectfully.
We'll talk about it later.
Damn. That was kind of rude. I'll be right back. Give me a second. my bad. Alright, hold on, give me a second. I'm back, but I'm still trying to do something over here. Hey. Alright. So, are we playing Battlefield or are we going to the next video? Next video. Alright, next video. Alright, cool. Let's go to the next video.
I said that I don't believe that feminism is about equality. And I wanted to finish my point on that is because if I could give feminism the most generous definition, I would say that feminism is a women's advocacy movement.
Yes.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with women's advocacy. However,
Right?
you can't say that it's an equality movement.
It's an equity movement.
No, it's not any of these things. Feminism.
Also, feminism
My
isn't a
bad.
monolith.
Well,
Did you say that already?
I'll get into that. But basically, feminism is a women's advocacy movement in its most generous sense. Nothing wrong with women's advocacy. However, you cannot deny that feminism is a man-hating ideology.
I can
Uh-oh.
deny that.
Well, what is the core tenet of feminism? The patriarchy theory. Agree or disagree?
Not necessarily.
Is it a tenet of feminism? Is patriarchy
To some
theory,
people, yes. In
do
some
you,
sects, yes.
do you believe in the patriarchy?
Yeah.
Do you believe in the patriarchy theory?
Patriarchy theory being that it exists.
Sure. I mean, there's a
Yes,
patriarchy
I believe that the patriarchy
theory.
exists, yeah.
Well, I would, as far as theories go, theories are not fact, and I would say that
Well, it does. We don't have to. We don't have to really theorize. Only 25% of this is today. Only 25% of who is in Congress, or I mean, we've never had a female president, but 25% of who's Congress is female, and that's today.
Well,
That's in 2023.
That's another apex fallacy. You're looking at the top tier of men. Here, you want
Exactly.
to take a look at who occupies the top positions of
When
society.
people say
The
generally speaking, they're
CEOs,
not talking about the
politicians.
top
Yeah.
10
But here's where feminists don't like.
or 1%.
You don't consider that men occupy the worst positions in society. And I'm not just talking about in jobs.
Ivan
Hold
Jr.
on.
donated $100. Bere's past has her so screwed up. She has issues with masculinity. Her words hate men. Her narrative is painful to bear. Wish I was there. Women are emotional manipulators and the fem movement further damaged the nuclear family. I'm a man and I have self-control.
You can tell your audience has a lot of sex.
I mean, that's an ad hominem attack. It's, I mean, basically the feminist 101. Oh,
I mean, it was
Right.
actually a passive-aggressive retort, but
fair enough. Okay, so
he don't
We're
care.
talking
He
about
got so
patriarchy.
much patience
Yeah.
every time.
you're saying it was a fallacy.
no, what was I saying actually?
You were saying that what I was saying was a fallacy that 25% of who is
Oh,
in
apex fallacy.
Yeah.
Yes. So you don't consider that men occupy the absolute worst positions,
I do consider that.
right? But this
That
idea
doesn't. That doesn't. That's. I don't. That like that has nothing to do with that. A patriarchy exists. So a patriarchy would be a
What- yeah,
state
what is a
ruled
patriarchy?
by men, who primarily by men, which
That's
passes
me
off
when I was
power
younger.
to other
I
men.
don't know if you can see.
Which is what we have lived in.
that's not true.
Yeah, it's right
Passes
there
off
on the
power to
right.
other men.
Yes.
No,
and
passes-
men and male interest, and because of that, because of bias, because. I mean, that's why on the Supreme Court we want people from different backgrounds, is because people will come in with their biases. If most of the people who are in charge of the free world
Sure.
are men, their biases are going to be for men's advantage. They're not going to think about women. They're not going to think about mothers. They're not going to think
Well,
about females.
it's funny you mentioned that because we recently elected a woman to the Supreme Court,
Mm-hmm.
and you talk about the patriarchy and you talk about men. However, if I sort of have a sense of where you're getting at, if we're talking about Roe v. Wade being overturned, there are more women who are pro-life than there are men.
yeah.
There's a
Right.
lot of women who are pro-life.
I think everyone gets very caught up in the. I think
Eesh.
that's a whole nother.
Well,
that's a morality issue.
I don't
more
want to
so
really
than a
go too far
political
there,
one.
but a lot of women will say, well, the overturning of Roe v. Wade and trying to stifle women's access to abortion, that is the patriarchy. That is men imposing their will. However,
Do you think
there's-
the patriarchy only Do you think that? So,
Well, this
because
is a
you're
common-
smart, because
I-
you're a
I know
smart
where you're going
guy.
with this. I know where you're going with this.
Patriarchy doesn't just live through men. We all feel it. Women can be misogynist. Men can be misogynist. The patriarchy can live through women.
So, women who are women, are you saying
Women
they
who are women.
uphold the patriarchy? Look, do
Yes.
we currently live in a patriarchy?
Yes.
Under
Uh-oh.
patriarchy, are women oppressed?
Yes.
Under patriarchy, are men oppressors?
Yes.
So, are you oppressed?
In some ways.
How?
How? Exactly. I knew he was
I
gonna say
think that,
how.
I mean, we talk about the sexual revolution. I think that one form of oppression that all women face is subjugation in the form of their sexuality. I think that women are forced to perform their sexuality. I think that women are forced to.
What do you mean by perform their sexuality?
Like, I think that women become sexual objects in the eyes of the patriarchy. I think that a lot of men view themselves that way, and I think that a lot of women are comfortable viewing themselves that way, in turn objectify themselves and objectify other women. I think that in a way that men are just not.
Well, that sounds like zero accountability to me, but
Right.
I don't
Like
think so at
normal.
all. I think that I'm the first one to take accountability of what I have done for that.
well, you're putting the blame on men for women sexualizing themselves.
Yeah, in a patriarchy, the blame would be on men.
Well, I feel like you can't really win with feminists. Either we're trying to stifle women's sexuality,
It
or
takes
we're
teamwork.
encouraging it. But
It takes teamwork. I think
okay.
first men need
Teamwork
to see
make the
women
dream
as
work.
human and they're others, not their inferior others. I think if men
I don't,
stop
men,
using,
most men don't view women in that way.
I would disagree with you. But that's
I mean,
that's a bias.
Isn't that a bit of a sexist statement to make? That you think
That
most
I think men are sexist. Yeah.
Well, I suppose in some ways. So you said you were oppressed. How were you oppressed?
I just talked about that. I talked about sexual subjugation.
But are you currently sexually subjugated
Yes, certainly.
by your
Right now?
fiance?
By my fiance? No.
Well,
I
you're-
think that there are individual players. When we're talking about an ideology, when we're talking about a political ecosystem that's different than individuals, right? I've
Ish.
already bit the bullet that I don't think every man is patriarchal. But I
Instagram.
think that
You
the
think most
society
are?
rages. I think that I think that we are less so now than ever before. But I think that I think that we are raised with patriarchal values. So men need to either unlearn that,
Unlearn.
Unlearn what? What do men?
patriarchal values.
Which are what?
That men are the head of the household, that women should be submissive, that women are incubators, that women are toys.
Well, I don't
But
think
look how they
men necessarily have that view. But so just on your first thing, you're talking about a traditional relationship dynamic where men are the leaders of their household. But
That's a Christian, Judeo-Christian relationship dynamic. That's not necessarily like even a naturalistic
bro, these chicks are so
relationship
bored.
dynamic.
It's so funny, bro.
I just think.
Yeah.
I just think.
I
I think everything is too.
No, they're loving this shit.
Everything's
No,
too.
there's one guy that literally
hate
said
it.
like
Everything's too black and white. Like if we just it's
Like, this
so
is gonna go
dramatic.
nowhere,
Like
I
it's
don't-
not that
I
dramatic.
think.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
it's a
that-
good. I
it
think
is
it's a
that
good
dramatic.
conversation, though.
It's okay. I mean, he brought her on there to like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Thank you for the Australian 50. Appreciate it, man. Bean Cheeks with the 50. Go ahead, Madison.
Beret Girl has a beta.
Oh, wait. Actually, let's have her read it. Go ahead.
Beret
Yeah,
girl
it's
has
funny.
a beta simp boy who will never be a man and has never been with a real man. A real man. If you have a man with leadership qualities, you won't ever have the feminist mentality and will finally be feminine. Only then will you have a successful marriage.
Right?
Your response?
I believe that a successful marriage comes from men valuing their partner, their female partner, as their other, not as an inferior other, not as a slave, someone who brings to the relationship what they want, something, two
Okay.
halves of a whole. And this whole be obedient to your husband thing,
They ain't
it doesn't
fucking
make
with
women
it.
happy. It doesn't make men happy. And it's stupid.
When you say be obedient, do you mean be submissive?
Yeah.
It doesn't make women happy?
I think they do. Like
No,
it,
I don't. Well, listen, it might make some women happy.
my opinion.
I think when you are.
But aren't women, sorry to cut you off there, but aren't most women like deeply unsatisfied with the current state of men? and within their relationships?
Sure, I think that that's multiple things, though. I don't think it's because their men aren't masculine enough.
You think? Because that's a pretty frequent criticism from women that there's not like, where are all the good men? There's a lack of men who are leaders or who are masculine.
There are a lack of men who are kind and see women as people.
You can believe in these sort of traditional relationship dynamics and also be kind and view women as people.
But I don't think that often this is where it gets into the patriarchy stuff. Like this is where it's a whole other conversation. I don't think that I think that men have attributed to themselves what it means to be human, and they have seen women as their inferior other throughout the last couple centuries.
She lost me.
I reject that. I don't think men
don't
view
care if
women
you
as
reject that.
inferior.
What?
I think we view each other as different. What do you mean science?
Science has has.
Are you talking about physical strength? Because women, when it comes to physical strength, are inferior.
Right.
Sure. But I think that.
But that's not what you're talking about?
I'm saying, yeah, men have attributed to themselves what it means to be human.
That's a funny one. I like that.
It means that they are the default. Men see themselves as the default, and women
Who?
are men's inferior other.
Men are the default.
Tons of men around the world.
It does kind of look like that.
Treated women as if they were men's inferior other.
Touche.
I mean, it's been throughout the past couple centuries. Like I don't. Do you think that there are men who don't think that they're better than women or superior to women?
Oh, certainly there are men that think they're superior to women, and I would also say that there are women who think.
Check out my live stream. I got
the feminist movement.
It looks like that too.
It's a supremacy movement.
This is ridiculous.
How's that ridiculous?
I don't think it's a supremacy movement at all.
Feminism is that's perhaps a bit of hyperbole, but
a little bit.
I think that there are bad actors in feminism, certainly.
Well, feminism is certainly not an equality movement.
You're wrong.
It's not an equality movement.
Okay, and why do you say that?
Well, the most generous definition I would give.
Oh wait, actually, I would like to challenge that for a second because I disagree with the fact that everything has to be about equality. I think that's very liberal feminism. I think that we're post-liberal feminism now. I would say that women like me and most feminists who are intellectual and well-read are actually searching for equity rather than equality.
Isn't that worse?
No. What do you mean worse?
Equity. So are you talking about equality of outcome? Because that's my sense of equity.
I'm talking about to each to their own needs. So acknowledging that men and women are different, and then saying that we both have equal dominion over the earth, right?
No.
And because women are certain, this gets into gender. It's like a whole.
Well, okay. Thing. Well, let's go back. What before you interrupted me? Do you recall what our thread was?
I don't think God gave women dominion over the earth. But
what was our thread? Feminism and equality.
But I don't know.
So I reject that feminism is an equality movement.
Yes.
Now
just anecdotally, just because you're fifis.
It's not about how I feel. It's just a matter of fact. It's not
an
equality
movement.
It's a matter of fact. It is.
What are some things that feminists are asking for?
Well, feminine or people who are like all about the feminists and like I said earlier, feminism and femininity are two different things. I think the way that people project feminism is like low-key like downgrading men to make themselves feel
like when? Like in what ways?
Like for example, it's just hold on, I have to think.
Calling us animals, saying we want to fuck anything.
Yeah,
most men aren't like that. Most men won't fuck anything.
Femininity is embracing your womanhood.
There was a girl on the podcast a few weeks ago. She had like 8 dudes in one day. She would fuck anything. There's definitely girls out there that would fuck anything.
Sure, but that's also a very small percentage of women. And
oh, here we go. That's crazy.
Promoting yourself is pretty easy on Twitter, and I already had a Twitter platform.
The reason that you started though, because people on Twitter would say things like that.
That was the reason that I started doing the online stuff. But
she was on OnlyFans.
I mean, there are lots of reasons why a teenage girl starts work, but I think
one
of the reasons I was working.
So that's why she's a renegade now.
And people were paying for my panties. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go on Seeking Arrangements. Before then, I was this was.
Oh,
right
so she an ex-hoe.
I don't know how illegal.
That's crazy.
I don't want to
You were
say anything illegal, but
selling.
you know, I would
Oh,
never,
okay, okay.
I was never, no, I was never selling. Sorry, I'm a shaker. I'm a mover and a a shaker.
What?
She do
Wait,
a
so what
little
were you
strange for some change.
I was just on seeking arrangements, but
You moving and
I
shaking.
was
She a
using
real
different
mover and shaker is
name,
what she trying to
different
say.
ID.
Oh,
I was finding ways to make money illegally for about 6 months, and then
Oh.
I turned 18.
on seeking,
Yeah,
You was off the porch for a minute.
escorting.
yeah.
But what, you said you found ways to make money illegally. I mean, escorting is.
I was
she was
underage.
She was
Oh,
renegade.
you were under 18.
That's crazy.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's because I thought you said you started at 18.
I started
She
what?
changed her mind.
You said, what? Maybe that was just the online content that
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
posting.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I moved on to everything was
Alright.
That's a
was
yikes.
Patreon was 18. I was of age for Patreon.
Okay, but the escorting you were under.
Yes, for a couple months.
Yikes. Okay.
He said, "Yikes."
That's yeah. Okay, illegal
It's-
activities understood.
Yeah,
okay,
it's pretty
so-
tragic.
Yeah. So you said you were escorting. How many? And I know they're called Johns. How many marks do I've
Tricks.
heard? How many
He said, "Johns." That's funny too.
Men
John-
have I slept with?
I mean,
in the escorting sense?
Very few, like
Oh, okay.
5 or 6, maybe
Oh.
4 or 5. Yeah,
that's cap.
around that
Okay.
number.
So
Stop
not
the
like-
cap.
No, I did it for. I didn't
Crazy.
do it. Yeah, I only
was
did it for a
short.
matter of months,
Stop
and
the
it was
cap.
the same person over and over.
Sure.
Oh,
okay.
okay,
And you were on
maybe.
seeking, so you had some sugar daddies, I'd imagine, just whatever. How many different men were you finessing on seeking?
How many men
Well,
were
I
you
was actually
finessing?
robbing a lot of men on
Sheesh.
seeking.
You were robbing.
Well, I was doing both. I was doing both. I mean, listen, I was a homeless.
You said
kid
you was
living out of my
robbing
car,
people?
out of a motel, on my friends'
Oh, okay.
couches. But I was hustling. I was doing okay. If you want to meet up, give me $400, and then they give me $400, and then I'd go ghost.
Exactly.
Which serves them right. They're trying to buy sex from a 18-year-old. Your money's gonna get taken. You should be in jail. So.
Wow.
Well, it's still. Wait, so are you like justifying the fraud? I'm just trying to.
Right.
think it's
That's what
completely
it sounds like.
I think that you should be a felon if you buy sex.
Interesting. Okay. So, well, I mean, you admitted as
That's
much
crazy.
earlier on during your introduction. You're
Industry.
anti-sex industry. Okay. So,
But she was in it though.
quick
What a
question, but I want to
hypocrite.
continue a little bit on this. Do you think that? So you think procuring sex work should be criminalized? You know, in terms of.
I believe in the
But-
Nordic model,
Yeah.
But do you
so
think-
it's
What?
criminalized for men to buy, but it's not criminalized for women to sell.
Oh, here we go.
Well, what if a woman wanted to buy? Would that also be criminalized?
Women do not buy sex, but yes, it would be criminalized.
Oh.
Well, generally speaking, it's
crazy.
there's not a huge market for it, but I'm sure you could acknowledge there are some.
There are very, very,
very
few.
Very few.
It would still be criminalized, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so, but the prostitutes or women who are prostituting or escorting, you don't think that they ought to also be?
I think that they should be helped.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that there should be social outreach
okay.
programs, and that they should be given the tools to get. Most women don't get it
He looking
because
around.
they want to. That's a very Western.
Did she leave? Or-
I think she went to the bathroom.
oh, okay. I thought that was the.
No, that was the door.
Yeah, that was the door.
Yeah, the bathroom
Right.
door is definitely open.
Her purse is here, so she's coming back.
Oh, okay. In any case, sorry.
Yeah, well, I was saying it's a very Western idea that women want to do sex work. Most women who are getting into sex work.
What is she talking about? Yeah, like this is so hypocritical. Like this last 4.5 minutes?
There's a lot of bustling happening. Most
crazy.
women who get into sex work are doing it because they're being trafficked, or because they're very down on their luck,
Sure.
or because they're homeless, or because they're addicted to drugs. So yeah, I
Huh?
believe that there should be social outreach programs for prostitutes.
Okay. Got
How's
it.
your relationship?
He's
with
like,
James?
okay, got it.
Horrible. I'm basically an orphan. Yeah, that was why I was basically a homeless youth.
Yeah, you
That
said you were
sucks.
homeless. So you were like, was it kicked out of the house at 18 or even before that?
So I was actually sent to a residential treatment center at 14,
Is that where you got the hat?
Ish. Is that where you got the hat?
And then when I got out, I had healed. I'd done all this therapy. I was in state custody.
And it didn't work.
And then when I got out, my parents were still, my mom was still addicted to drugs. My dad was still an angry drunk. So then I just sort of left at about 16. And then I was kind of transient in and out of their home, but mostly out of their home. I lived with my high school boyfriend. And then when we broke up, I was on the street.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Apparently that girl went to her car, and so she's not gonna be able to get back in.
Why did she go to her car?
It's my car. She doesn't have the keys, so not sure.
What? Can you send Nick down? Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. Sorry, we're getting some distractions here in the back. So just to bring it back as far as earnings go, on average, you're doing about 20K a month.
Yeah. Oh, I
So like
also, let me,
250K a year, about.
yeah, I was doing really good at the beginning. Don't know where that money went. Fast money comes and it goes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're 18.
$250,000 a year, about. Okay.
Yeah, especially when you're 18. But I also got into sex work because I had a criminal record, so I couldn't get a job.
What was your?
It had to do with my mom. It's expunged from my record. It was domestic assault
you
though,
don't
but
have
it
to get
wasn't.
into it,
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't do it.
But okay, and then you also said,
didn't do
I
it.
want to touch back on this really quick. You were, when you said you were robbing men.
Yeah.
So part of that was you were just, you were asking for money for meetups. They would send it, and then you just wouldn't meet up.
She
But
was
would you
tricking
also,
him.
If you did meet up with a guy,
No, I would not.
Would you rob them in person?
No,
for
no,
example?
no, no. That's
okay.
dangerous. No.
Okay, so never any in-person robbing.
No.
But this was more of a finesse, like I'll meet you.
Yeah, I was hustling.
What it do?
Hustling.
What's good?
Okay.
What's good?
Have you seen the movie Casino?
No.
TJ King.
Oh, okay. Good movie. Robert De Niro. Just
I know. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it.
good movie. Anyways.
I've not seen
Yeah,
it.
Casino is the best movie.
Okay, so wow, you've had a quite the path in your life.
So come to find out, this crazy feminist chick is an ex-hoe that used to make about $20,000 to $30,000 a month as a prostitute. What a hypocrite, man. On that note, I'll be right back. My bad, y'all. Yeah, that's crazy though. So she a renegade, like I said. That's crazy. Who would have guessed that? Anyway. That's crazy though, for real. She must have. I ain't even gonna say. Never mind. But like, you know, some part of her story she ain't telling some part of her story because she talking about all the good shit. But she ain't elaborate on the bad stuff that made her leave the game or whatever. So maybe that's coming later on. But yeah, Lil Boosie apparently got arrested in San Diego for gun charges, allegedly, which is crazy. Cause you don't want to be in two places and get gun charges: California or New York. I mean, you don't want to catch them nowhere, but really, definitely don't want them motherfuckers in them two places.
100 photos.
Just look at these photos with that dude on mute real quick while I look for something else. Oh man. Ableton just destroyed FL. They got a pattern thing now on Ableton. That's cool. FL's gonna figure out whatever they implemented and put it on theirs too. I'm just getting used to it a little bit. Editing your video using audio transcriptions. Alright, hell yeah, that's a good idea now. Since the captions are automatic on DaVinci Resolve. That is a good idea. You could just say action or cut or scene or whatever. Or just, you don't even need to do that. You could just cut and edit on the words that you know. Because you'll probably be editing your own video anyway. The Lakers game, that shit was crazy last night. I ain't even watch it though. Just a little bit. Oh, Rollo snitching. Let's hear about that too real quick. I want to hear that real quick. Let's see what OG Percy got to say about it.
Yes, sir.
We in the building, man. What's up, Dom?
Yes, sir. What's up, OG?
What's going on? Shit, man. Can I start out?
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P., man, to Go Hard. And
All right, let's skip all that.
A lot of interviews, and you always end it off, or you always be talking about
T.I.
Yeah.
Who straight three?
Yeah.
Rollo. That letting everybody know y'all out of there.
Uh-oh.
Boy, I'm gonna let them.
Yeah.
Strike one, straight two. God damn, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to break it down for the slow niggas. You heard me? I know they went, what do you mean strike one, straight two, three, you out?
Yeah.
I guess y'all don't worry, it's just a friendly game of baseball. Let you soak in that one.
Yeah.
Say, man, I'm hurt. I'm shocked.
Shocked.
It's like hearing somebody get killed and you're surprised on who it is when you hear it. Like, what? Who just died? You know, such and such just died. What? Hell no. I was just with him the other night. Rollo snitching. Hell no, nigga. I just talked about him the other day.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though. I'm gonna let y'all soak in that one for a minute. Nah, man, I am a Rollo fan, man.
Appreciate the life.
I hit the club and embarrass these niggas. Compared to these niggas, y'all average ass niggas.
Yeah.
You cannot mention my name with that bragging.
Let's go to this Charleston White video. Apparently Rollo snitching. I ain't trying to hear no more about that shit. I'm trying to hear about snitching this shit right now.
See, it's hard. And I don't on they mamas. See, that's why I rule in the community, homie. Cause I've been doing this for 12 years and I ain't never tried to on the kid's mama. And all the around me Now you can't be around and say, homie, listen, we can anything out here, but any kids
Man, I appreciate
with none of
that.
their mama. If we
That's
go
like
to this school and the teacher wants
863 likes. It's
with
probably
the
all
teacher,
from you,
if
too.
we go to the juvenile
bro.
facility, nah, homie, because that's what's gonna hurt our characterability, our character and our credibility of our organization. We ain't like the little league coaches. We ain't like the nah. We'll everything but these babies' mamas, man.
Damn.
And that's how my character, my credibility been good in the community.
But
and I don't ask
I
for
be concerned about you, and it's hard for me. It's hard for me because then I'm saying, okay, and I was telling you this, and I said, yo, now you pulling on me because on one hand I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing about that because that's so good, and so kind-hearted. But then on the other side of me, I'm like, but we gotta protect it. Like we gotta, and I ain't even talking about protection on some just physical protection because you always gonna be surrounded.
Well, what I do, nobody gets to pick nobody gets to pick me for help. You can't call me and say, hey Charles, I need some help, man. I don't give a no help. You can't call me for help. The spirit tell me what to do. So everything I do is unscripted, unplanned. So I don't know where I'm gonna go when I go to a city. I ain't know I was gonna meet Miss Brenda from Brenda's bus stop. I just know I got invited at a park to come speak to a community of black people. And so as I'm talking, getting all the attention from the grown-up.
Yeah.
Listen, my kids out there. But I'm taking pictures, I'm hugging, man. I mean, man, I'm being bombarded by grown folks.
Right.
It's in the front. He jugging at me. He jugging at me. He don't do nothing but call the police.
Hey, God.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing but call the police. So I know what I'm here for. I ain't here for these pictures. I ain't here for all these grown folks. So when I get the microphone home, I jump up on the speaker so the kids can see me. Yeah, I talk directly to the kids.
Hey, Ruben.
You can't pick who I want here. I done been played on long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even get to pick. I just move.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
I just move.
Like the protection aspect of it is it's almost like you always pouring into other people. You always looking out for other people. So then I feel an obligation to make sure that you taken care of because who gonna look out for you? Even on the I'll be talking.
Hold on. Do say what's his name? Hold on. TK Kirkland said Charleston White is a modern day Tupac. Yeesh.
Talking to you about real estate and stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, this is where you got to put your money, and all of this other type of stuff.
Yeah, I passed up on 4 acres of land, a small house, for $50,000 in San Antonio. I was finna call that to him. I had the money to buy it, but we gonna help these babies. Hey, I'm gonna call you. Man, the house sold so fast, and then they flipped it real quick.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got to be protected against yourself.
Yeah. So and this my homegirl. She a real estate. So it was gonna help her out greatly. It was gonna be but man, nah, man. Let me. In my mind, homie, the protection is the babies. Yeah, homie. In my mind, the universe ain't finna let nothing happen to Peter Pan.
I agree with you, but then at the same time, it's got to be a balance. See.
Well, that's where the
village come in at. Somebody got to make this one sacrifice, homie. I'm willing to sacrifice to get the village to tap in. Homie, we got too much money in the black community, homie, for these people that's really, really helping our people.
Yeah.
See, it's the people that's on the grassroots level, homie. The boots on the ground, that's really doing the work, that's not getting the help. That was me. That's how y'all got me.
Yeah.
I'm spending my money, getting disability, I'm borrowing money from my mama. Mama, can I borrow $800 to go feed a whole juvenile facility? Not just the kids, the staff too. 500 people. And I barbecued in the rain. In the rain to keep my word. Cause I said, this is what we go do. We go feed the staff and the students. So now, my homegirl Angel, Juanita and them, homie, they was coming up to the classy lady putting $50 here, $100 here. Then I started shaking down the dope dealers. So my city,
That's funny.
why you think I started saying I call the police on you? Cause if you don't help me, that's what I'm gonna do. You see me down here, I got the whole classy lady filled with Michael Jordan tennis shoes, and you ain't gave me one. All right.
That's funny. He said he finna snitch on.
That's why you started shaking down the dope dealers?
That's how I end up going viral. Telling the full trade gangster crib. Guess what? That's about 2-3 years of them threats. Man, them Christmas time, homie, just from the bottom, them make sure I got $2,000-$3,000. I'm gonna go on Facebook and I'm gonna say y'all pick me some names of some single parents who I'm gonna take shopping. So I go from Fort Worth, Arlington, Dallas, I go all around the Metroplex, homie, picking people up, putting them in my car, taking them shopping, hiding behind the corner, recording them, but not putting their faces. Getting to there, giving them the money, man. Whatever they got in the basket. That come from them streets. Me threatening I'm gonna call the police on y'all. And I will, if you don't give me nothing. Let me have one more school supply, nigga, and you don't send no pencils down there. No backpacks filled with Crayolas. Homie, or burn it down and be willing to shoot it out with you. Now, somebody got now, so that's the approach that I took. And them got with it. You know, they talk that first, but when you gotta go shoot that pistol too. And I'm legal. And I ain't coming looking for you. I'm saying this my neighborhood too. I ain't in nobody else's neighborhood doing this. I'm from this neighborhood. I ain't in nobody else's neighborhood doing this. I'm from this neighborhood. And them got in line, homie. The police got in line. Man, y'all ain't give me no help, my. Yeah, I sell weed. So what?
Right.
Wide open. Wide open. Made the police say, Charles, we just don't want no hard. Tell the old man we don't want no hard drugs down there. Man, we ain't gonna have no hard drugs down there. But the old say we gotta eat. And I was selling barbecue. I was selling X pills up under the barbecue right in front of the police. Pressing up my own mother X pill and wasn't nothing in them. Yeah, selling them duds.
Placebo.
Yeah, I was selling them duds. Yeah. You don't know nothing 2-3 o'clock in the morning buying that barbecue. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now man, but watch me feed the community doing that though. So yeah, sell dope to feed the people. I didn't rob, I wasn't stealing. I found something to sell to my people. Yeah, so now I took the old game home and put it down to see if it'll work. It ain't stopped working yet. I took it to California and it worked. Nah, it ain't stopped working yet.
Austin White is crazy. Hold on, let me I found another one. Hold on. Definitely not that. Oh wait, that was that other video. Alright. Here we go.
Now I'm scared of them young with them switches.
I'm not even scared of none of that, cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm
scared of them young them switches, cause them young them switches, they just shoot.
Yeah, I heard.
They close their eyes and everything and let your ass have it.
Say Cheese said they're giving out big numbers, football numbers for them.
Yeah, I had to clarify. I got the binary switch. I got the one you pull, it go pop, and when you let go, it go pop. And if you learn how to do it like that enough, it sound like a switch. That's the one I got. I ain't got them.
Right.
You hold it.
Yeah, you ain't got none of them. You ain't got none of them.
That.
No.
Man, these killed me, homie. These killed me with these African descendants of slavery.
Yeah,
all of
these ADOS and FBAs and
FBAs and ADL, the like old Hebrew, Israelite Jews, and where was you at during gang banging?
No, you can forget it.
Where was you at during the crack era when it was time to stand up? Where was you at during mass incarceration? Where are you during the prison riots?
Facts.
When the black man is going against, where are you when the police kick his ass?
Man, these dudes is powerless, bro. I ain't stunting none of this junk, bro.
Where was you at when the Arabs was grabbing them planes out the air and running them into them white man buildings in the sky. Where was you? Yeah,
That's
I was
funny.
stealing gas that day. I stole gas from my mama's car, my sister's car, in my car. Nah, homie, they be
Charles
trying to
White.
intimidate us. I done seen these guys in black communities, homie, be in front of black businesses, black women business owners, trying to intimidate them with their religious ideologies.
Yeah.
And this what I done learned about black people. If you don't accept their God or you don't accept their religion,
Ain't
they don't
fucking
want
with
to help you.
Facts.
You got to accept their God and you got to accept their religion, or they don't even want to be black with you.
They don't even help you enough to actually do anything significant. They just give
That's
you
funny.
enough just to be able to keep you on that lifeline, bro. They don't really look out, bro.
This what I'm saying, homie. All the problems that's going on in the black community, where are these numbers?
Nowhere.
Why do the angel tree, why do Toys for Tots have to be the primary list for motherfuckers
Right.
to
Where
go
they
get
at,
help
though?
from? Where them Black Panther Party type organization that had a feeding food? Why the black woman got to go down to the food stamp office? Why you nigga can't reroute her before she get there? Why you nigga ain't got no training program to teach me to drive a forklift? Why you ain't got nothing to show me in this community that you even exist here? If 5,000 can go to the Barclay, give me 500, do something else.
Yeah, I agree.
When it's a war in the streets and Muddill can't go outside and the kids might get shot during the summertime, going, where you at to give us a safe passage?
Man, that junk is all show.
Where
bro.
you at the football game when we need extra security at the Little League football game? Where you at? Where you at when them kids standing on the corner? It's a drill team. Them little girls out there in them shorts, they got their pump on with them women, half-ass looking like hoes. Where you at so they ain't got to do that?
Nope.
So don't come in, man, you miss me. All this you be talking and you is so prolific. Let's get ignorant.
Yep, I'm with it.
Let's build something. Let's build let's get a new basketball goal. If nothing else, these goals ain't got no nets on them.
Nope.
Let's put some nets on these basketball goals in the hood. Come on, homie, if nothing else, let's stand outside the school. We go break up fights at this school, like them did in Louisiana.
Yeah.
We go be hall monitors. We gonna be extra protection for this neighborhood because they say it's a predator roaming.
Yeah.
Sex trafficking going on. You ain't addressing none of this.
We did have we had that here in Detroit for a minute.
Troll. Hey, but I seen that video though, so we're gonna go ahead and skip that and get to something else real quick. I got another one to fill in for that shit. So I mean, actually I got like two, but I don't know which one I want to start first. Like, it really don't matter though. Fuck it. Let's do this one.
Bed thing. Do you think it's harder to be good in bed as a man or as a woman?
As a man.
Yeah.
You guys
I
would
feel
all
like
agree
it's
on
all
that?
about like
Better?
rhythm. Like sexes are like a rhythm. Like you gotta be in tune with together. Like in order to have an
Gotta have
orgasm,
rhythm?
like I need
That's
to be
funny.
the same way, like the vibes that you're going with. That's just me though.
How it feels, man.
The vibes, chat.
Like you gotta
Lily,
be like a dance with us.
Thoughts, Lily?
I don't know. I definitely feel like it depends on the person for sure. Like how much they think or like what they.
Generally speaking, is it harder for men or for a guy
Right,
or a girl
come
to
on.
be?
I feel
That's
like
what we
Good
always
and bad.
ask in general question.
Men, honestly,
Okay.
because I feel like they. How do I explain this? Like.
I feel like it's duh because there's so many different types of penises that girls are picky about, and then there's the women with their fat, juicy coochie, and everybody just wants to get up in there.
What
You
is
know,
going on?
it doesn't matter.
You crazy.
I think girls run sex. I don't think
Exactly,
guys
so
really
it shouldn't be hard for them.
Wait, what do you repeat that?
Girls run sex like
Would just clarify? What do you mean by that?
like it kind of like is according to how much effort the girl puts in, like because the guy kind of does the same thing. I mean, maybe that's offensive. Sorry, but like a girl could put in work or she could lay there.
Yeah.
And, like a guy is like it's not that much of a spectrum. Like, so I think
Swipe
girls
this
run
way,
sex
swipe
because it's
that
like.
I mean, but I don't know. It's all about the budget.
I mean, guys could.
They don't
Guys
sound
have
like
as much
they agree with
options.
each other.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Just to clarify.
Oh, which way can your girl
or girls
bend?
could like do like
She
could
could
be
twist this
dominant,
way and
like,
move that thing.
Even
and I
when
feel like
the
girls
girls
are
just
they have less.
Into the mic?
They would stick it in any hole. I don't see how it's
like,
harder for
guys
a woman.
can't just sit there
Here
as
we
long
go.
as a girl can just sit there. So it's just
Okay, I
girls
see.
have
Oh,
more
it's
think I see.
easier for a
more
man to
power.
come, but it's harder for
During
the man
sex,
to
I
pleasure a woman.
What's going on?
Yes. Well put. Lauren, did you have?
Right, she was perplexed.
I mean, I've only been me, so I don't know, but I feel like it would be harder for a man. Yeah, I feel like women are all different in what they like. I feel like there's a lot more variety in terms of what women like, what gets them off, and I feel like men are fairly simplistic to figure out. Compare.
Yeah.
So man,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, good. Let's go back to the whole virgin thing. So, we'll do the. Yeah, wait. Let me pull it back up. Would you date a guy your age? Zach, would you date a woman who's a virgin?
Yeah, absolutely.
For a woman,
I'm
that's
with you.
almost a double standard. It's almost like it's good for a woman, and it's
To be
like
a
you act
virgin.
like it was bad for a guy.
It's a double. What's a double?
So many
standard?
men are into that.
I feel like almost like a virgin woman. Ooh, a virgin
Exactly.
guy. Ew.
Literally.
It is.
That's a double
It
standard.
is a double standard.
It's been like that
It is.
forever.
But you know,
But what
that's
about
true.
in their 30s? Like, does it still apply? I feel like if women start to get like, you
She's
know,
more respect.
I think it gets a little
Still
freakish. Like
applies.
people are like,
She's
"Ooh,
being
that's-
realistic.
That's
She's
weird.
being realistic.
I mean, I don't know. That's just my understanding, but.
I actually had an encounter, I believe, in the summertime, with a 28-year-old virgin. She was a bit weird, not gonna lie. She was a bit weird.
28-year-old
sweet,
virgin.
but a little weird.
Too sweet?
No, just weird.
No.
Mostly weird. Less sweet, mostly weird. But yeah, even for Zach, even for a one-night stand, and I know you're a man of
Cloth.
so you don't do that. You don't do that.
No.
But even for a one-night stand or a hookup, would you prefer getting with a virgin?
Probably.
Same here.
Yeah. No, I think every guy would agree with that.
Way prefer
Just to be
getting
honest,
with
yeah.
No offense.
Yeah, no offense.
I just have a question, but like, wouldn't you want your girl, like, wouldn't you want them to be like experienced and know what
Nope.
they're doing?
We do
Like,
not
I
care.
don't want
We do not care.
Really?
Don't
If you
care.
don't know, then I can do whatever I want and you're gonna like it. You know?
Wait, what's that?
Like as a man,
Why
that's
did
what
she
I'm
be
thinking. Like
talking about?
if she's a virgin, like she don't know what's about to go on. So if I do it bad, she don't know that. She gonna love that. She gonna eat that up. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right. She's gonna be like, oh my god. And if they take your virginity, they have your heart for like the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's probably part of it. There's
So-
that. There's
What we're saying is that is the double standard. Like that's exactly what we just said.
Okay.
You think that if a woman took a man's virginity, they have their heart forever? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I would say
at all.
heart forever, but for a while.
See, but
For
for
a
a woman,
while.
she'll
For a
think
real
about
long
that
while.
on like a day that she's real down bad. She'll be like, remember that one time I was in that relationship and they loved me so much? No, they didn't love you. They took your virginity.
And when it comes to a girl being
Oh,
less
I'm sorry.
experienced or being a virgin, I guess I would say that I guess like with the first time, you know, I would think it would like
it would be like a milestone. It would definitely be something that you remember.
Well, that's something to say for where we live, because like the fact that it's so weird to be a virgin, like that's not everybody's culture. But for our culture, that is weird to be able to, like.
Which culture? People will definitely be like, what?
Yeah. Even if we are raised in the same, like religiously, it's still the culture overweighs our religion.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because it's still weird. So.
Yeah. I just guess for guys, what goes through their head.
How we live.
I guess just for guys, what goes through their head is like, am I being compared to someone else?
Insecurities.
No,
I don't think it's. I don't think it's insecurity.
I don't think it's insecure. It's just.
It's not insecurity.
It's just something that is bound to happen if the girl is more experienced in bed.
But guys do that with girls too.
Do what?
So I guess you could think about it like that.
So you're intimidated by a girl that has more experience than you.
I'm not intimidated, no. It just doesn't interest me.
All right.
To sort of bring it back to the bring it back to the who's better in bed thing. Here's the difference. Like as a guy, if we know what we're doing, we can have really good sex with a girl who's a virgin. However, I would say most women are probably not going to have great sex with a guy who's a virgin. Like he's not going to really know what to do so well. I mean, you can kind of show him, but like
have you guys had sex with a virgin?
I have.
Like,
apparently.
Anybody had that experience? Was it bad?
No.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not bad. It's just a different type of experience. But that doesn't make it bad.
Was a little too good.
I mean,
can I go off on something?
Yes.
For, I guess, men in their nature, I would say they're a little bit more protective and want to be like, I guess subconsciously, like we all kind of want to be like the leader in the relationship or like taking care of our woman. And so it would be more of a turn on for a guy to have someone that's less experienced because then you can like walk that path with them.
But that's almost why it's sexy for us, because we're breaking that. Like, you know, like now we're, you know,
The
that's why
barrier.
it's sexy for the girl.
Mm-hmm.
But if that makes sense.
If you can't tell, I'm a hopeless romantic too.
Look, I mean, there's a whole bunch of reasons, but ultimately, we don't want
a huge body count, apparently. Hey, yo, I'm gonna probably get back on in like another 2 or 3 hours. I got some shit I gotta do for a minute. But in the meantime, in between time, I'll holler at y'all in a minute though. But yeah. It was fun.
Our troops have lost objective Bravo 1. Guard your objectives. Pull back only if necessary. The Americans will move sector by sector. Reduce their forces enough and they will retreat. The Americans have the sector. You must pull back and mount the defense in the sector.
Damn. They got me.